Top of the morning, top of the morning. You know the story. It's ZalaWorld. Let's kick it. Let's kick it. Am I the a-hole for no longer wanting to deal with my biological father and stepmother? Long story alert. Let's go back to 2022. I, 24 female, decided I wanted to become a police officer. I was 21 then. I went to the academy, and approximately the 12th week of the academy, my corporals told me we have 10 tickets for the visitors. I initially invited my brothers, both of my biological parents, best friend, aunties, and my grandma before she passed away. Maybe around the 13th week, I had to drop from the 10 tickets to 5, so I chose my parents, my two brothers, and my best friend. My dad felt as if my stepmother should have been included in the 5 tickets because of the things she had done for me and my brothers as far as stuff for the house that me and my oldest brothers share. The thing is, it was supposed to have been done before they got married anyway, so to me it feels like entitlement to the ticket for my police graduation. I decided to have a dinner for graduation where everybody would be invited and it could still be a celebration. Me and my father had an argument, and he told me that he would not be attending my graduation if my stepmother was not invited. Oh well, I guess it's your prerogative. It's up to you. I made arrangement that if someone in my academic class wouldn't use all his ticket, they would let me have his last one and my stepmother would have one. I guess that was not good enough for my dad. He felt that as if my stepmom should have been included in the 5 whether or not I got the extra ticket or not. Graduation came and gone and did not show. And yes, he hurt me a lot. He missed an important milestone and can't go back and fix it. I could say he has drawn a wedge between us. I used to be a daddy's girl, overly. I wasn't doing anything without my dad. Fast forward to 25, the wedge has gotten worse. I don't ask my dad for anything. I don't expect anything. We could go weeks without talking. Here it is in May, June, and I recently had a surgery, and my dad felt that he wasn't included in that because I chose to let my mom take care of me instead of my stepmom, who is actually a nurse. I do not have a relationship with neither him nor her, now stemming from my graduation. He did call and check on me. At some point during my surgery, my mom and my dad had a full come apart and my graduation came up. My dad made the statement to my mom that if he could go back and do it again, he would do it the same. That helped me to find out after my surgery, so I'm wondering if I'm an asshole for no longer wanting to deal with dad and stepmom. Well, kiddo, you alienated them. Yes, it's not something that could have been major, but I think if you did approach it another way instead of telling your dad who has a new wife to consider that hey, you can come, just not her. As soon as you drive a wedge between a wife and a husband, he has to choose the wife. Otherwise, there's no peace in his life. So, take it or leave it. For me, my thinking here, you are not being entirely fair. You're not being entirely fair. I won't call you, but you're not being entirely fair. Yeah. Alright, let's kick it. Am I the a-hole for asking my uninvited stepmother to leave my wedding? I, 25 female, recently just got married to my wonderful husband, 26 male. A little bit of background, my parents divorced each other when I was around 14. Shortly after, my dad met and remarried another woman. Let's call her Brenda. We split custody of me and having a close relationship with both my parents. I'll spend half a week at my mother's house, the other half at my father's house and Brenda. I have 4 siblings, 3 of which are boys. Then there's my sister and I. My sister and I have always been daddy's girls, and I just recently realized that growing up, all Brenda's disdain towards my sisters and I was not out of anything, but not our brothers, probably stemmed from jealousy. A few examples: making little comments when my dad would buy us gifts for us. They don't need that. They'll grow up to be spoiled brats, etc., etc. But never had anything to say when my dad would buy things for my brothers. Will make comments on my weight and appearance, would generally seem annoyed any time I tried to talk to her. Went as far as making false assumptions to my father that I was having sex and might be pregnant. As we got a little bit older, she's having no problem with letting our brothers use her car, but there's no. It always says no to my sister and I. She was always, in general, a very mean woman for no reason. Fast forward a couple of years, I haven't been in contact with Brenda that much. Only seen her a couple of times when I go visit my dad, and she remains the same old mean Brenda like I always knew. Well, recently, when the time for my wedding came around, my dad brought up Brenda as his plus one without my knowledge. When I saw her, I immediately was upset. While technically she's kind of family, I obviously only wanted people whom I am on good terms with and have good relationship with at my wedding. So I told my husband, who apparently asked her to leave and offered to escort her. Now, a few days after, I'm getting angry messages from my dad saying what I did was unacceptable, how Brenda's feelings are very hurt, and found out how what I did was disheartening and very embarrassing, which I find very laughable, honestly. The problem is my dad wants me to apologize to her and say I'm not welcome to their home anymore unless I apologize. Even if after explaining why I did what I did to my dad, he won't accept my answer. So am I the a-hole, or should I just apologize for the sake of my dad and his relationship? Yes, go apologize. Go apologize. Because it's wild telling someone who's already there that you're not invited. At least tell your dad ahead of time, so she is not embarrassed. She's gonna be probably angry or disappointed, but she won't be embarrassed publicly by you just randomly going yeah. That's a mad thing. But yeah, you know what it is. ZalaWorld. I will see you later on.